Dad, I can't wait to be a builder someday, just like you.
Thanks, son. Yeah, it's rewarding work, but it's also hard, which is why I follow your grandpa's advice and wear quality work boots from Red Wing Shoes.
Hi, Teresa here, store manager at the Fargo Red Wing Shoe Store. For more than 100 years, Red Wing Shoes has been helping companies keep their workers safe and comfortable, even in the most hazardous conditions. Stop in and see for yourself at 3003 Main Avenue in Fargo. Red Wing Shoes for ultimate durability.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is September 23rd, which I just realized I was calling yesterday September 23rd.
Oh, really?
I even had some things written down. I was like, oh, so
whoops.
The second edition of the 23rd.
You were a day ahead.
All right, Lisa, Lydia, thanks for joining us live for this Facebook Live. Of course, it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. Leave us a comment, though, if you're joining us live, or listen to it as a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute. Lots of great podcasts to listen to there as well. Okay, I'm loving this forecast.
I know.
We kind of joked. I'll say it again because you got me. I run very tired. Like, it's Groundhog's Day.
It was like 3:30 in the morning when I said this to Lisa. I was like, it's Groundhog's Day. Like, we're living the same forecast over and over again. She goes, it's Groundhog's Day? Yeah, 6 more weeks of winter.
Once you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, I know that's in the winter.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But the reasoning is we're repeating the forecast.
Like the movie Groundhog's Day where they wake up and it's the same day over and over again. That's basically the forecast that we have. We're just stuck, with sunshine and light winds and temps in the 70s to near 80. If there's any forecast to be stuck with,
I agree.
This is a pretty good one.
This is the one.
We do have fog out there yesterday morning, a little this morning, and then again tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow morning, a little bit of a bigger threat, if you will, just more widespread, a little more dense. I'll be tracking it for you on First News. I'll have visibility updates for you before you head out the door. But early heads up that we're likely to be soupy to start your Wednesday. And then we keep doing this. Sunshine today and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, and temperatures in the 70s to about 80 degrees. It's running about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. My one shakeup is Friday. There's a little bit of a cold front sneaking its way through. It's a dry cold front, though. I don't see any moisture with it. It might bring in a little more cloud cover, and it will bring some wind, so that's a little bit of a different feel for your Friday. Wind starts out of the southeast and then flips around to the northwest as that line pushes through. Once you get the northwest turn, your wind is going to pick up a touch. I'd say 10 to 25, so not crazy windy, but after some calm days, I think you'll notice the breeze. NDSU homecoming parade is Friday evening, and we're going to be a little bit on the breezy side, but still sunny and near 80. So I mean,
hard to complain about.
Not too shabby. Yeah, just deal with a little wind. Saturday, then, when we're on the other side of the cold front, we'll be a little cooler. We'll wake up in the upper 40s and end up in the low 70s. Still sunny. Not too much for wind. It kind of backs down for Saturday, so you're still good to go for any of your outdoor plans. We're still in the thick of wedding season, so any nuptials outdoors on Saturday should be just fine. Let's see, next week I have partly cloudy skies, temps in the 70s, more mid-70s instead of so close to 80, but still very nice. And I have a chance of rain next Wednesday, which is the first day of October.
I can't believe that.
A week and a day away. Yeah, that's crazy. But that goes to show you how long it is until I really have a good rain chance in our forecast. We were thinking Monday. I pushed it back to Wednesday. I just think it's delayed a little bit more. Either way, it's still not a great chance. So some really good dry weather for your weddings, your homecomings, your pumpkin patches, family pictures, whatever you got going on outside for the next 10-ish days. Kind of stuck.
A good place to be stuck, but also that's why I don't feel like it's the end of September, because it's been so nice.
I know. I did finally decorate for fall because I was like, it needs to happen.
Yep.
I still had a little cute summer sign on my front door, and I was like, okay, we're done.
It's not summer anymore.
I love this weather, but it's time for some fall decor. Yeah. We're stuck in what's called an Omega block. I've got a full explainer on my Facebook page if you want to look that up and kind of read more about it, but that's what's going on. I had a couple people come up to me yesterday and say, "What?" I look at the 10-day forecast and it's sun. Like, is it a mistake? What's going on? The jet stream's basically stuck in this pattern. We're stuck with high pressure. It takes a week to ish, I would say, to kind of shake things loose. So we're just going to be sitting pretty. I would say it started back on Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Several days that we're just kind of stuck. That's what's going on. There is a reason to this pattern that we're in right now. Okay,
I like it. No complaints for me.
Yeah, same.
Thank you, Lydia. To your news headlines now. A former Minnesota state senator who made headlines after a dramatic arrest will learn her fate today. Nicole Mitchell's sentencing comes as her legal team is still fighting the conviction. We've been following this story here at WDAY for you since April of 2024, when Nicole Mitchell was arrested after breaking into her stepmother's Detroit Lakes home. In July, she was convicted of burglary and possession of burglary tools. She resigned from the Minnesota Senate shortly after. Last week, her attorneys asked the judge to reduce the felony to a misdemeanor and to let her serve half of the one-year mandatory jail term on supervised release, with the other half stayed. The defense argues it's unfair to label her as a felon for life. Of course, we'll continue tracking that story for you, and we'll have updates on our newscast here this evening on WDAY. Grand Forks police officers are asking for your help right now after a woman's body was pulled from the Red River. Several people reported seeing the body floating near Riverside Park, just north of the Kennedy Bridge, right around 12:30 Monday afternoon. The body was recovered near the North Boat Landing. Investigators are calling the death suspicious, but they're also saying there's no indication of foul play. If you have any information, you're asked to call Grand Forks Police. Today, you can learn more about the future of Fargo's Downtown Engagement Center. The City Commission has already voted to move the center out of downtown. The current location is on 4th Street inside the old police headquarters. City leaders are now considering 3 new sites: the old Fargo Brewing Building on North University, a vacant property just west of there, and then another empty building just a block west of Brew Halla. All options. A town hall meeting, which you can attend, is scheduled for 5 o'clock this afternoon at Fargo City Hall. It may be officially fall, but some summer problems just aren't going away just yet, including mosquitoes. A heads up, spraying is scheduled in a couple of areas tonight. In Moorhead, crews plan to start at 7:30. In Crookston, Public Works crews will be out spraying starting right around 8 o'clock. This morning, President Trump will address world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly, a big story. He's expected to criticize globalist institutions and tout his foreign policy record, while also speaking on the wars in Ukraine and Gaza. It comes as France and other key allies formally recognize a Palestinian state, a move opposed by both President Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister. We have a high school volleyball doubleheader for you tonight for our WDAY Plus Game of the Week. The Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines will be playing the Holly Nuggets, and also Thief River Falls Prowlers and the DGF Rebels will take on each other. You can watch both matches on WDAY Plus. They both start at 7:30. And talking sports, Hot Mike with Dom Izzo is coming up 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also streaming on Inforum.com. Dom has a great show planned. Busy morning for him. The Bison basketball teams officially started practice on Monday. The men's head coach, Dave Richmond, is going to be in studio to describe what his team looks like now with 10 new players. Plus, the Dragons lost for the first time and now have to play Duluth. Dom's going to be talking about how MSUM is trying to avoid a losing streak. Hot Mike is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. Also streaming on Inforum.com, which is a great reminder. Now is a great time to get your subscription to Inforum.com, your all-access pass to all these news, weather, and sports headlines. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Check it out online. And join us for our next newscast. It's coming up at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered this afternoon starting at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And First News will be back tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone.
This podcast is brought to you without paywalls, thanks to support from our digital subscribers. If you subscribe, thank you. If you don't, visit Inforum.com/subscribe for our introductory offer, just $2 for 6 months.